So if you're new to this or not familiar with Blackpoint, it's a Western of sorts set in the Montana region in the 1800s. It follows Joseph McNiff, who is the sheriff of this town, Blackpoint, and Cassandra Gibson. Joseph is a half indigenous, half Blackfoot, half Irish person. And Cassandra is a woman on the run and kind of stumbles into Blackpoint after having an altercation with her father, so to speak, at the beginning. So, and just for notification, Joseph would be is considered a two-spirit person. So he's a woman living as a man back in old Western times. So, but he's only known as Joseph.
Okay. I'm excited.
All right. So just go ahead and
whenever you're ready. Yeah.
All right. All right. A crash of thunder scares me straight up out of bed one night. My heart hammers in my chest and I have a hard time catching my breath. I've never liked thunderstorms, but this gives me the perfect opportunity to get Joe to hold me again. Joe, silence. Joe, are you awake? Lightning flashes and I can see Joe's curtain open and his empty bedroll. I guess he had to go to the outhouse. I wait a few minutes, but he doesn't come back. Worried, I pull the top quilt from the bed, wrap it around my body, and head downstairs. The back door that leads to the outhouse is locked up. I check the front of the jailhouse and find a lit oil lamp sitting on Joe's desk. I wonder if someone came here asking for the sheriff for help and he didn't have time to wake me. Then I smell smoke. I rush out the front door and find Joe sitting on the bench on the front porch, smoking a long pipe decorated with feathers. Cassie, he says, smoke pouring from his mouth. You all right? I woke up and you weren't there, I say. The storm scared me. Joe nods and slides over, patting a spot on the bench for me to sit. I do, curling tighter in the quilt under his arm. Don't like storms? Joe asks. A streak of lightning flashes across the sky. No, I squeak as the thunder booms above us. It always reminds me of my daddy when he was angry. He used to tell me that the thunder was God taking his anger out on our sins in heaven. Jackass, Joe mutters. The scent of tobacco mixes with the rain falling, and it reminds me of autumn. I didn't know you smoked, I say. I don't, he says, taking another lungful into his mouth. The pipe glows as he sucks in while smoke billows from his nostrils. I must give him an ugly look because he adds, just once a year, during the first thunder of the season. Why? To pay respect to him. Him who? Thunder, Joe says. This is a thunder pipe. The siksika smoke from this pipe to pay respect to thunder during the first storm of spring. I have so many questions, and I don't know where to start. Would you like to hear the story of thunder? Joe asks. Yes, please, I say. Joe takes another drag from the pipe and then forms his lips into a circle. I watch in awe as rings of smoke pop from his lips, expanding in the air. Thunder is everywhere. He roars in the mountains, and he can be heard crashing far out on the prairie. He strikes the high rocks, and they fall to pieces. He strikes a tree, and it is broken in slivers. He strikes a person, and they die. He's bad. Of all things, he is the most powerful. He cannot be resisted, but the worst thing about him is that sometimes he takes away women. He what? I ask, suddenly a new reason to fear the storm. Long ago, Joe continues, a man and his wife were sitting in their home when thunder came and struck them. The man was not killed. He was knocked out for a while, but he eventually woke up and looked around. He did not see his wife. At first, he thought she had left to get food or water, so he waited. But when night came, he went outside and asked the people about her. No one had seen her. He looked all through the camp, but could not find her. Then he knew that the thunder had taken her away. So he went out on the hills to mourn. He sat there all night, trying to think what he might do to get his wife back. When morning came, he began to wander. Whenever he met any animals, he asked if they could tell him where thunder lived. The animals laughed. Most of them would not answer. Wolf said to him, do you think that we would look for the home of the one we fear? He is our only danger. All other enemies we can run away. But no one can run from him. He strikes and there we lie. Turn back and go home. The man kept traveling a long distance. At last, after many days, he came to a stone lodge. The man entered and found it was the home of the Raven Chief. Welcome, friend. Sit down, said the chief of the ravens. He pointed to a place, and the poor man was fed. When he had finished eating, the raven chief asked, "Why have you come here?" "Thunder has stolen my wife," the man answered. "I'm looking for his home so that I may find her." "Are you brave enough to enter the lodge of that dreadful person?" asked the raven. "He lives near here. His lodge is of stone like this one, and hanging in it are eyes." "Eyes?" I ask, horrified. Joe continues. "The eyes are the eyes of those he has killed or taken away," said the raven chief. "Now, do you dare to enter there?" "I am afraid," answered the man. "Who could look at such dreadful things?" "No man can," said the raven. "There is only one that Thunder fears. There is only one he cannot kill. It is us, the ravens. I will give you some medicine so he cannot harm you. When you enter his lodge, try to find your wife's eyes. If you find them, tell the Thunder why you came and make him give them to you. Take this wing, point this at him. He will be afraid and back away. If that doesn't work, take this arrow. Its shaft is made of elk horn. Take this and shoot it through the lodge." "Are you trying to make a fool of me?" the poor man asked. "My heart is broken." He covered his face and wept. "Oh," said the raven, "you do not believe me. Come inside and I will make you believe." When they stood outside, the raven asked, "Is the home of your people far?" "A great distance," said the man. "How many days have you traveled?" "I was too sad," the man said. "I did not count the days. Since I left, the berries have grown and ripened." "Can you see your camp from here?" asked the raven. The man did not answer. Then the raven rubbed some medicine on his eyes and said, "Look." The man looked and saw the camp. It was near. He saw the people, he saw the smoke rising from the lodges, and he saw the painting on some of the lodges. "Now you believe," said the raven. "Take the arrow and the wing and go get your wife." The man took these things and went to Thunder's lodge. He entered and sat down by the doorway. The Thunder sat at the back of the lodge and looked at him with awful eyes. The man looked above and saw many pairs of eyes hanging. Among them were those of his wife. "Why have you come?" asked the Thunder in a dreadful voice. "I seek my wife," said the man. "You stole her from me. Her eyes hang there." "No man may enter my lodge and live," said the Thunder, and he rose to attack. The man pointed the raven wing at the Thunder. Thunder fell back on his bed and shivered. He rose again, and the man fitted the elkhorn arrow onto his bow and shot it through the lodge of stone. Right through that stone, it pierced a hole and let the sunlight in. "Wait," said the Thunder. "Stop. You are stronger. You have greater medicine. You shall have your wife. Take her eyes back." The man cut the string that held his wife's eyes, and his wife stood beside him. "Now," said Thunder, "you know me. I have great power. In summer I live here, but when winter comes, I go far south. I go south with the birds. Here is my pipe. It has strong power. Take it and keep it. After this, when I first come in the spring, you shall fill this pipe and light it, and you shall smoke it and pray to me, you and the people. I bring the rain which makes the berries large and ripe. I bring the rain which makes all things grow. And for this you shall pray to me, you and all the people." "That is why we smoke the thunder pipe," Joe says. "Do you understand?" I nod. "I like your thunder story much better than the one my daddy used to tell me." "It's not my story," he says. "It's the story of thunder passed down from elders to their children so we can continue to pay proper respect to the creators." "Joe," I say, another crack of thunder claps above, but I'm not afraid anymore. "Hmm? If Thunder took me, would you fight him?" "Yes," he says without pause. "Would you know which eyes were mine?" "I know them even if all the eyes Thunder took were blue." His words make my heart flutter. I want to kiss him, but I don't want to taste the smoke. I settle for a kiss on his cheek. His arm tightens around my shoulders. The sound of the rain hitting the porch roof is soothing, and I feel like I could fall asleep just like this.